Okay. So, what is the conclusion in this argument?
Which one are we looking at?
17.
Is it but the doctrine relies exceptionally on jurors' objectivity?
Yeah. Actually, so the conclusion I don't think is explicitly stated. Right? It just says proponents argue that this practice is legitimate because it helps shield against injustice. And then it jumps into the evidence for why they're wrong. Right? Why it's not legitimate. So I don't think the conclusion is explicitly stated, but it's implied that this person thinks it's not legit. And it's not legit for all the reasons that come in the last two sentences, right? The doctrine relies excessively on jurors' objectivity, and when you let them do that, they make mistakes. Are we good with this? Who's asking about 17? David? Okay, yeah. Okay. So, what is the argument doing? What'd you guys pick?
I picked E. Wait,
What?
no, sorry. I picked C.
You're on the right track. E is correct. Glad we cleared that one up.
Too many circles and lines on my page.
Okay, different sense of confusion. What'd you pick? C?
Yeah.
Attempting to show that a premise put forward in support of the position is false. Okay. What was the premise put forward that said it was legit? It helps to
Shield against injustice.
helps shield against injustice. So then it's saying, all right, attempting to show that a premise put forward in support of the position is false. It doesn't help to shield against injustice. When juries are empowered to acquit on grounds of their perceptions of unfairness, they too often make serious mistakes. So then you're saying it doesn't help shield against injustice? I think this answer choice is just too strong. I think it's going too far to say that because they too often make mistakes, that it does not shield against injustice. It just doesn't help shield against injustice in some cases, maybe. Right? So to say that premise is false seems to be a little bit too strong.
What? This was a reasoning question, right?
This is a reasoning question.
Are the answers meant to be weak or strong, or it doesn't really matter, right?
Well, it's got to be accurate. Remember, we were saying,
it's
is this
like a
exactly
block.
what's is this exactly what's happening?
Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's weak or strong, really. It matters.
Well, if it's strong, yeah, it doesn't matter as much. But if it is strong, it's less likely to be describing what happened.
Because I picked this, and I'm trying to remember my train of thought. I mean,
Well, I think we just tried to make the case for it, right? We're trying to see it as going against that premise. It does seem to weaken it, but saying that it is false seems to go too far.
very far.
Yeah. Now you have to not pick E. Do you see why E is correct?
Yeah, because it's basically saying the same thing as C, just not as strong.
Just not as strong. Yeah. If C is true, then E is true, right?
Yeah, but E just makes it sound. I mean, I crossed out E, and I think I crossed out E because it said undesirable, and I was like, false sounds better than undesirable, but now I see why it's not.
It's like for what happens is you say, oh, there's undesirable consequences, therefore it doesn't help. Therefore that thing is false. Like you have to make that final leap. Whereas in E, you don't have to make that leap.
I think what also got me was the fact that you said that there really isn't a conclusion.
Yeah.
And I separated the conclusion of, but the doctrine relies excessively on jurors' objectivity.
Oh,
which
you said
sounds
like the conclusion.
but
Yeah. That's really
now reading
evidence.
again, it's not.
Yeah. You had a question?
Oh, yeah. B. Can you tell me why B is wrong?
Identifying an inconsistency within the reasoning used to support the position. For this to be correct, you'd have to say they said one thing and then they said something else which is inconsistent. They didn't go that far. They just said, the other people said, hey, it's legit because it helps shield against injustice, and this person is saying, no, it leads to mistakes. So it's not like pointing out an inconsistency in the claims. Like, you can't say that and that at the same time. That's a different kind of